Especially, last French sentence, you probably actually noticed that. I actually, what could have easily said that, oh, they didn't actually, mention it yesterday. I can move on. The French federal government did not actually mention it yesterday. But you know what? I was already under a hefty suspicion that I failed to recognize the distinction and subtlety in tenses. So you know what? I actually had a very founded conviction, which truly, delivers the very commitment of mine to the original text. No matter what happens, you actually give a full understanding as a presentation of your immediate grasp from the original text, authoritative text written in the original languages. So you have to actually deliver the very honest and literal delivery, or even actually translation, I mean. Then try to explain it in English or trying to make it much natural, unless you're not actually working on the floor with other people in a professional setting. Then you need to actually say that, oh, the French government didn't mention it. But in this, demo trial, you have to explain it. Why you actually made that kind of deliberate choices. Why you are actually trying to, explain it. Why you're trying to bring additional information. Why you're trying to supply them with a more sophisticated understanding. Because otherwise, behind the closed doors, those critics are going to definitely deal a blow to me or do a number on me, saying that my explanations are never been good enough to encompass or encapsulate the fundamental understanding that are being required. Excuse me, I actually already wanted many different art documentaries in French. They actually normally provide sufficient subtitles written in English. I could actually match that. Even, what the speaker truly actually used a simple past tense in English. Especially President Reagan actually, said once upon a time in a clearly simple past tense. He said that. But, the corresponding French sentence provided as a subtitle right underneath it was written in the past participle. Depending upon the contextual understanding, French people definitely have a tendency to rely on the past tense or past participle tense for a simple sentence, the simple past tense in English. No, I do recognize, I'm not lying. If you ever say that, oh, they didn't eat it yet, you can just simply say that, oh, they didn't have it. Ils n'ont pas. Ils n'ont pas. Ils n'ont pas. Ils sont pas. Ils sont pas mangés. Ils ne sont pas mangés. C'est sympa. Ils ne sont pas mangés. They haven't eaten yet. You can actually say that. Ils ne sont pas mangés. You can actually say that you don't really have it. But they didn't have it. How would you make that distinction? It's more likely swayed by the contextual hints. If you ever actually read the contextual understanding, that provides a sufficient hints and cues about the lasting event, then you would probably say that, oh, they haven't done it yet, or they haven't tried it yet, or even actually, it has a somewhat, a far-reaching consequential event. Then you can actually say that they haven't done it. Even up until this moment, there are none to that. You can say that. But if that truly refers to one time and a instantaneous event, that would likely to be finished up until a certain moment, then you can say that, oh, they didn't do it. I'm not lying. You can actually, grab any French English speaker and do ask them. What would they say? Excuse me, I've already actually conducted many different, investigation on this, a one-on-one match between English and French. Because anyway, you can never actually, comprehend the French tenses in simple English, 3 or 4 different tenses. There are many, many more in French. I'm not lying, excuse me.